All right, I think we're back. Bear with me for a moment while I get my bearings. Pun intended. I gotta repost all the stuff that I normally post because my PC rugged. Uno momento. My computer just quit. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, let's see. Got scared that JJ would set the war. They didn't want me apparently. I'm deaf in my right ear. I tried to enlist when I was in high school. Okay, let's get back to it. SWE is currently down 4.85% on the day. Anyways, H bar was what rugged me. I tried to move this and point out that it could potentially go down to 13.5 or 13. Let's see what happens. SWE down 4.85%. SWE getting like real kind of hammered to the downside. It's kind of crazy. It's been in this descending channel for quite some time. Broke below $3 and it's currently sitting between 2.75 and 3. Those are 2 points of contention. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, "Did you see that crazy green candle on C?" It depends on the exchange, I'm sure, unless it was not a scam wick. Ooh, there's a crazy green candle. Interesting. I wonder what that's about. 6.88. Very nice. So yeah, SWE currently trading at 285. As long as it holds above 275, we're okay. If it breaks below that, then 250s in the cards, it's going to start to get psychological, which is not good because those are like last-ditch effort holding areas. So we'll see what happens. Pun intended, again. It seems really quiet now. I usually do my intro music and stuff whenever I start a stream, so the second one, getting all weird. HQZ said they're looking for any excuse to dump for real. Ondo's down 5.8% on the day, currently trading at 74.59. Not really getting our WM pattern anymore. The Iran-Israel war fear dump has sustained itself, which is kind of crazy. So, again, we'll see what happens with all of this. We got some news articles to go through, which are relevant to everything. So, Arrow is down 7.06%, sitting below 76. It cranked all the way up from 50 up to 76, which is a 50% rise, which is crazy. So, pretty impressive for Arrow. So this 7% pullback really is nothing, honestly. Arrow's been just shredding, dude. Showing altcoins how alt season is supposed to go. So if this thing's got to cool off for a little bit, then so be it. Giovanni said, "JJ, what the F happened?" My computer just quit. It was like, "Oh, we encountered a problem. We're collecting data." And then it just shut up. And then I got a creepy call, like while I was restarting everything. It was weird. Pinlink. Aerodrome down 7%. It's chilling. Like I said, this thing shredded to the upside. So if it's going to pull back, it's going to pull back. Pinlink down 5.66%. Currently chilling below 60 cents again, which is that buy zone that we talked about. Again, though, if things get really dicey here, then it's probably going to continue to the downside, unfortunately. But so far, it's been pretty consistent with this being a good area to scoop some up. Render's down 5.44%, currently trading at 322. It's got support at 315, which it seems to have reacted off of. If it breaks below that, then $3 is in the cards. Otherwise, a nice bounce here would lead us to 350 at the very least, which is a pretty hefty pump. We got a nice I don't know, I would call it a bullish candle with the big wick to the downside and the small body and the small wick to the upside. Polkadot is down 2.99%. Unfortunately, our fractal is probably not going to play out. It was bullish, and then everyone started freaking out again over the same thing that they've been freaking out about for 250 years. So, unfortunately, we're kind of at the mercy of a bunch of paper-handed plebs. HQZ said people are so stupid one over some non-existent potential war and dumping all their crypto. Turn off the news and enjoy life. Exactly, man. Exactly. That's what I mean. One of my favorite things is the idea of like selling your bags because of a potential like nuke going off. If there's like nuclear war, nuclear fallout, the last thing anyone's gonna give a crap about is currency, let alone cryptocurrency. You know what I mean? So, like, why not just keep it? What are you selling it for? Cash? You know what I don't give a crap about in the apocalypse? Cash. I want food and shelter. If you have neither of those things, I'm probably going to kill you. It's the apocalypse, you know? That comic perfectly summed it up, though. It was like nuclear war. You sell your bags, nuclear war does happen, you die. You sell your bags, nuclear war doesn't happen, you're sidelined. CAS is down 5.93% on the day. Potential support at 6.8. It is, so it got rejected at 8.2, broke below 7.6, and it's sitting at 7.1 right now. Volume is kind of quiet. Yeah, I don't know. This just looks like a downtrend. Unfortunately, it is getting very close to the point where it's going to have a lower low. So it is going to have to rebound here some point soon if it's going to remain somewhat bullish. So, yeah. Avalanche is down 2.2%. Avalanche actually holding up quite well amidst all of this panic and war talks and just junk and garbage and jargon and fear-mongering. We also have a potential tweezer bottom on Avalanche, which would lead to pretty significant uprising if we don't get anything crazy happening tonight. Everything, again, is going to continue to remain dependent on the news and what's going on over in the Middle East for some reason. We got wicks to the downside, though, which are indicative of people scooping it up. People are buying it up. David Betts said, "Sup, big dog?" What's going on, David Betts? Mr. Roberts said, "Fahid for the win." Yeah, the stream got rugged, man. Kind of upset with my PC. I'm gonna have to upgrade at some point. What stinks is I built it for the purpose of streaming and saving money, so it's not very future-proof. I will say that. Giovanni said, "Someone tell me why CAS is supposed to be good, because ever since I entered crypto, price action has been caca." CAS is proof of work. It's supposed to be as nice as Bitcoin. Allegedly, I don't know if it is anymore, but for a while it was the only profitable coin to mine because it was new and the price skyrocketed. So that's one of the reasons. Chainlink is down 3.83%, holding above the yellow trend line, which is actually really awesome. We got another potential tweezer bottom, indicative of people buying. RSI is chilling, momentum waves chilling, pretty quiet, but the chart looks great. David Betts said, "Wishing I have more funds for this dip." The best thing that I ever did was increase my income at work, outside of work, side gigs, everything. Every single chance I get to make more money, I do it. And honestly, I don't think that any of the YouTubers tell you that. They make so much money doing other crap besides trading and stuff. Trading is like a game to them. And they make money through like brand deals and people signing up for their groups and all this junk. They're raking money in like crazy. They put maybe, let's say like 50-60%. They put 50-60% of it into some hold bags, and then they're like, "Haha, look, I'm a genius. I've been investing more than half of what I make into this." And they don't tell you that you're the one paying them because you joined their group, or you're watching their video that's sponsored by Terra Luna's new algorithmic stablecoin. You know what I mean? I think that's the biggest thing that they kind of keep secret, is they just make a shit ton of money from not crypto, and then they put some into crypto. David Betts said, "I'm a Solana bull, but I'm diversifying with Circle stock, DeFi Development Corp stock." Very nice. I like that. Mr. Roberts said, "Side gigs for the win." Dude, side gigs are so underrated too. People like profit maxing is a big thing. What cracks me up is Google, literally, if you look it up, they're like drop shipping and party light and like all this weird stuff. I'm like, none of that stuff. Drop shipping is the most unattainable thing I think I've ever heard of. I've never met somebody that does drop shipping. Never met somebody that knows somebody that does drop shipping. I think it's genuinely made up. It might be a multi-level marketing scheme for all I know. I have no clue. When somebody's trying to sell you something, or they tell you something that's too good to be true, it probably is. Doge is down 1.5%, chilling at 17. If it loses 16.8, it's probably going down to 12. I've been looking at this for forever. Again, it could do a little fake out like it did before though, but this got pretty dang close. 13. I don't know. Man. Tony Rosa said, "Wow, JJ, we're back at the bottom again." Yes, we are, my friend. Yes, we are. Giovanni said, "Title will be like how to become financially free." Then mid-video, sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Exactly. How to become financially free. Watch this video, and then I will become financially free. Then I'll be able to tell you how to do it. But first, you have to buy this thing. Polygon Matic Poe down 2.3% on the day. Yeah, everything really is back at the bottom. The last support for Polygon Matic Poe is 1916. Then I guess we got new potential support here at 17.8. And then it's getting pretty dicey. I guess I would go to 15.2. Tony Rosa said, "Been DCAing all day today." Dude, I still got my dry powder. I'm kind of stoked. Like, I don't want to be that guy, but this dip, it's exciting because we're getting volatile. The price is moving very fast, which is where you start to make money and you start to see opportunity to make money. Not this like slow bleed up and down and everything's moving nice and slow and grandma's playing bingo. That's ridiculous. This is not a bull market. We have not been in a bull market yet. The bull market doesn't slow bleed up or down. There's nothing slow about it. The bull market's fast, it's scary, and it's like thrilling. This has been none of those things. We're in a news market right now. David Betts said, "Would you buy Doge at a penny?" Yes, I would. I faded Doge so hard. I remember it was at 5 cents. My fiance was like, "Should you buy some of that?" And I was like, "No, it is so overbought right now." And then Elon tweeted about it for the first time ever, and it exploded. And she was like, "Where's it at right now?" And I was like, 17. And then it went up to like 75 or something like that. And every time, dude, she was like, "What's Doge at right now?" I'm like, "I don't want to talk about it." All right, guys, we got less than 1 minute until the daily close contest. I don't remember what asset we were on, but we'll figure it out later. Let me go down to the 1 minute time frame, zoom in, get your guesses ready. Ladies and gentlemen, we got 44 seconds remaining until you guys can start guessing. Let me get the window up. Bam. Did that open? Yes, it did. Cool. Very cool. HQZ said this is definitely bear in my opinion since Trump inauguration. I think we've been in a bear market since 2021. That's just my opinion, though. I like it when people get all... I like it when people get all up in arms. They're like, "Oh, but Bitcoin literally is sitting at 100K. It's pretty funny. We only had a small bull market last fall. I think we had a bull trend in a bear market. That's my opinion, though. You know, everyone's got their own definition of how these things work. Oh, get your guesses in for the daily close contest. I forgot to type that in. I was getting lost in conversation. Tony Rosa said, and then Elon came out as Wario on SNL and Doge went to the Shadow Realm. That was actually really funny. Dude, he probably had it set up to literally alt season is under construction. Somebody commented that in one of my videos. It's hilarious. What was I gonna do? What was I doing? I don't remember. Oh yeah, Tyler. We got Tyler's. Mr. Tyler was submitting an early guess, which he can do. Tyler's early guess from the first failed stream was 104,694.20. Okay, and then we got Gourmet Brands Brooklyn with a guess of 103,293.82. We got Tom Selleck's Goat with a guess of 104,400. Guess in Discord. That was me, JJ. All season is under construction. That's freaking hilarious. It really is. We got J Shear 2.0, 104,600.69. Bitcoin currently trading at 104,666.09. Very nice. We got a guess from Mr. Drimmer coming in. Here we go. Yeah, my initial stream, my not the stream, my PC was just like, oh, I can't do this anymore. No, not Jay Shear. Drimmer. What happened? This is on top. Okay, live chat. Drimmer coming in with 104,352.20. I got you. Let me switch this to live chat. My bad. Okay, making an update for Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn. Bunker Buster on alts for real. Tony said boo PC. 104. 293.82. Okay, we got Fahid coming in with a guess of 104,563.78. We got 20 people watching. Make sure you guys smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for joining. Happy Tuesday. Super chill day today. Get your guesses in for the daily close contest. We got approximately 2 minutes remaining on the clock for you guys to get your guesses in. And we currently only have 6 entries. We got room for 6 more. I'm going to attempt to sip my... Giovanni said, see mine? Did I see yours? Giovanni. No. No, I do not. Yeah, I got yours, Drummer. I got yours. 104,352.20. Drummer, you might have to switch to live chat. For some reason, it like defaults for like top chat, whatever the hell that is. YouTube is like the king of discrimination. But yeah, Giovanni, I cannot see yours. If you want to put yours in the Discord, Giovanni, I'll be able to see it there, and it'll be timestamped. Otherwise, you got to type it in all crazy like everybody else. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, are you guys getting advertisements now during the stream? First time yesterday and now today too? You guys should be. Oh, today? Actually, I don't know about today. I didn't actually set it up. Because normally I have to manually set it up. Interesting. Thank you for reminding me, though. So, since we hit... There we go. I got you now, Giovanni. Since we hit 1,000 subscribers, we do get, like, proper monetization now. Which is pretty cool. If it's too much, though, let me know. Because I can change the frequency as well. We got 104,620 cents from Giovanni. Did we have somebody else with a close? Interesting. Okay. And then we got Mr. Roberts. Right before the crash. Maybe that's what caused the crash. Because I didn't actually set it up. 104,741 and 76. Okay. Let's see. Oh, time's up. Kind of sloppy today. It's a Tuesday, man. This is I will say, for today being a Tuesday, it was pretty chill. Normally Tuesdays are awful. David Betts said you deserve the monetization. Congratulations. Thank you very much, David. I think from my ads, I've made like 5 or 6 cents so far. I'm very excited. Thomas Alex Code said YouTube Premium is my best purchase ever. You know, when everything was political and every single advertisement was like, vote for so-and-so dick mouth, because their vote is for you. And whatever the fuck. It was the most annoying shit ever. Literally, YouTube was like, do you want to try a free trial of YouTube Premium and not see any fucking ads ever? And I was like, yes, please. That sounds fucking amazing. And I signed up. Ooh. I literally, like, it started charging. Normally, I cancel it right away. I, like, freak out. I'm like, I don't want to pay for this crap. I have not canceled that. I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever paid for in my entire life. So I agree. Giovanni said, JJ, can you scratch mine? It's too close to theirs. Nope, it's too late. It's too late. I didn't see it. David Betts said, coffee on us, right? Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, okay, don't push tampons. I don't mind watching gun commercials. Are there gun commercials? That's actually pretty sick. Okay. We got 3 minutes, 24 seconds remaining. Bitcoin is currently trading at 104,595 and 10 cents. 1 minute time frame does have a confirmed red dot on market cipher. Did we sort these bad boys at this moment? 104,595 and 10 cents. At this moment, Fahid is in the lead. Fahid's guess is 104,563.78. And then below Fahid, we got Tom Sox go 104, 400 even. It's a big gap. I like it. And then above Fahid, we got Giovanni. With 104,600. And then we got Jay Shear, 104,669 cents. Oh my gosh, you guys are psychopaths. And then we got Tyler with 104,694 and 20 cents. Okay. Let's see, what do we got on our time? 1 minute and 51 seconds remaining on the clock. Bitcoin currently trading at 104,580 and 1 penny. Fahid is currently in the lead. Fahid said, make crypto great again, can we? Honestly, Fahid, if you get this win, that would be, I think, the start of making crypto great again. Make the contest great again. Because you and Tyler haven't won crap. It's been a stalemate. I'm waiting for John to come back, because he hinted at it the other day. He's been gone for 6 months. John has not participated. I think he was our first win of 2025. And then he was like, I'm done. And he stepped away. If he comes back and wins it for the year in only a 6-month period, that's going to be more impressive than me whooping everybody's ass in Hoff's trading contest and then getting kicked out over nothing. Which I said was going to fucking happen. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, we're trying our best. We're trying our best. Genius Act passed. Bullish news. Market crickets. Mr. Robert said, I've been buying and selling BitX for the last few weeks. Hold on. What do we have? Oh, okay. We're on our last candle. I jinxed myself by saying it out loud, but it's been a banger of a solid 10% gains on these swings repeatedly. Very nice. Ladies and gentlemen, Fahid is no longer in the lead. Tom Selleck's GOAT is looking to be the current winner at the moment. Bitcoin currently trading at 104,551 and 17 cents, but anything can happen. 28 seconds remaining on the clock. Cheers. Happy Tuesday. Smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. Oh, delicious. 104,551 and 17 cents. Here it is. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. The daily close for Bitcoin is 104,551 and 17 cents. Congratulations, Tom Selleck's GOAT, on your victory. Wow, very close to Fahid. That's crazy. Tom Selleck's GOAT is the winner, ladies and gentlemen. Spam the bananas in the chat for Tom Selleck's GOAT. Very cool. Very cool. Let me get this off right away. Congratulations, Tom Selleck's GOAT, on your victory. $104,400. $104,400. All right, ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat for Tom Selleck's GOAT, the winner of today's daily close contest. Very cool. Good job, Tom Selleck's GOAT. Spam some bananas. All right, let me add him. And yes, I did get Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn last night. Thank you for the reminder as I was exiting, by the way. Tom Selleck's GOAT. Let me just double check. Tom Selleck has 6 wins. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn has 5. Jay Shear has 8. Wow. I'm gonna have to do an update on my on our current standings. Giovanni has 5. Interesting stuff. Very, very interesting. Mr. Robbers has 7. Ooh. It's gonna be a close one, man. It is gonna be a close one. Ladies and gentlemen, can I get a drum roll, please? The winner of today's daily close contest with a guess of 104,400 and an actual daily close of 104,551 on June 17th, 2025. Tom Selleck's code prize is a pistachio biscotti. Congratulations, Tom Selleck's goat, on your victory. Enjoy your pistachio biscotti. You can enjoy it here. You can enjoy it on the go. You can enjoy it with your fellow peers, your fellow competitors. You can enjoy it by yourself. You can enjoy it with your wife, with your mistress, with your boyfriend. We don't judge. Whatever you do, you are legally obligated to remove it from the premises. Congratulations. Ooh. Tony Rosa said, let's go. Mr. Roberts probably get a green day tomorrow. Gonna buy more tonight. Set some limit orders low just in case, sir. Oh, speaking of, Tom Selleck said, nice, had a big drought and picking up a couple wins now. Very nice. All right. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, you getting double the likes tonight. Yeah, thank you guys for pressing the like button just now and on earlier stream. Mr. Roberts said, perfect mustache right there. I've been trying to maintain my mustache a little bit as well. You see? It actually works. Okay. Those are delicious with a nice cappuccino. I agree, dude. You can't really go wrong with a biscotti. They're freaking amazing. Okay. Where were we? I think we went through Avalanche and Chainlink and Doge, Polygon, Near. Were we at Chili's? Chili's is reaching that breaking point, that point of contention. 3-4 is going to be the last point of support. If it breaks through that, then it is going down to 26. Not financial advice. Could always be a fake out to the downside, but we will see. It also is looking like a head and shoulders scenario. Silver. Ooh, oh my gosh, silver's up at 37. Wow, what the hell happened? Dang, that's actually quite impressive. Silver chilling at 37.09 right now. Very pumpy overnight. Very cool. MicroStrategy getting that pullback that we've been looking for. Is it the orange one that's the actual thing that's happened? Yeah, so orange is exactly what's happened. Blue was my trying to like tilt the trajectory, and then I kind of did my WM. Actually, if we get our WM, then our line is going to be right around 330. So if we get a pullback to 330 and a bounce from there, then the waste management pattern will have played out, and we will look for a big, fat, gigantic gain on MicroStrategy stock. Not financial advice. The Heat said, yeah, fear of war will make it silver and gold moon. I guess so, which is hilarious. DXY got a little bit pumpy today after getting a little bit dumpy, kind of a inverse BART. NASDAQ is currently trading. Is that true? Is this just 24-hour NASDAQ? It's green at the moment. After hours, it seems. Not entirely sure what it closed at. And S&P was a little bit dumpy again. Bitcoin dominant 64.79, still struggling at the exact same area, and Bitcoin itself 104.564 and 1 penny. Congratulations, Tom Selleck Scout, once again on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, we got some articles to go through. Articles, I think, are the most important thing on our list, and of course, I did not go to the thing that I needed to go to. I think it's right here. No, it's a little bit further. Okay. We got all U.S. military bases in Indo-Pacific raised threat level from Alpha to Bravo, indicating credible threats and increasing security. U.S. is not attacking Iran and remains in a defensive posture per U.S. official. President Trump wants J.D. Vance and Steve Witkoff to meet with Iranian officials this week. Here we go. This was from last night still, so I don't even know if it's relevant anymore. 20 hours ago. President Trump proposes last-ditch effort to stop Iran-Israel war. Meeting would be a make-or-break moment for whether the U.S. joins the war against Iran. Per Axios, Trump sees bunker buster bombs needed to destroy Iranian uranium enrichment facilities. Per Axios, Trump sees bunker buster decision as an inflection point. Trump asked VP and Middle East envoy to offer to meet with the Iranians this week, per New York Times. Trump cuts trip short to G7 summit to return to Washington and focus on the war. Trump says, "We're talking on the phone, but it's better to talk in person. The next 24 hours will be crucial for a peace agreement." We got 4 more hours for this 24 hours, according to this post specifically. Giovanni said there's a guy called Clear Value Tax on YouTube who has an awesome video about why silver is going to continue to do extremely well. I like that, and I might just buy some silver because of it. More silver. President Trump's team proposes Iran peace talks this week to discuss a nuclear deal and ceasefire, per Axios. The meeting would be between U.S. Special Envoy to the Middle East, Steve Witkoff, and Iran's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Abbas Araghchi. That's actually a cool name. This is freaking hilarious. POV, my brother moved out 3 months ago to become a stockbroker, and now he's explaining to my parents why he has to move back in with them. I was freaking dying watching this. Hold on, I'm going to turn it up a little bit more. Ready?
It's not funny, Mom. Buying Cracker Barrel stock at the time, Mom, I thought I was going to make millions. It's not funny, guys. It's a good stock. That's the thing. It does not matter if the people are not a Cracker Barrel, because every customer is 95 years old and they can't taste.
Okay, how much did you lose?
122,000.
All right.
But I have 19. Okay, you guys, where am I sleeping, Mom? Where am I going?
He has like a whole slideshow of why he has to move back in because he bought the Cracker Barrel stock. And apparently it didn't go that well. He lost 122K, which is freaking crazy. Sorry if that made you guys deaf. It kind of made myself deaf too. Fahid said gold is Bitcoin and silver is ETH. Remember that? LOL. Gold is the better option in my opinion. All right. Intel, U.S. intelligence has concluded that Iran is still years away from developing a nuclear weapon, contradicting Israeli assessments that suggested it was only days away. President Trump says he's looking for an end, a real end, not a ceasefire, an end. That sounds like they're trying to kill people, but okay. Tech stocks relative to M2MoneySupply.com bubble versus now. Pretty sure they're at the exact same level. Not financial advice, but pretty crazy chart. Trump said, I'm not too much in the mood to negotiate with Iran. Just hours ago, Trump proposed a last-ditch effort meeting for peace deal with Iran. We are set for a crucial 24 hours. This was 14 hours ago, so maybe we got another 10 hours. Who knows? This is hilarious. Things I'm bullish on. This is random trading accounts. One major coin, 2 major coin, 3 random coin I got paid to promote, but sneaking it on the list alongside legit things to make it look to make you look and pump my bags. 4 established meme coin with the most reply guys to pump the post. This was pretty funny. Bold Leonidas, highly recommend. This is the guy that made that hilarious little comic thingy about like dropping a nuke and you selling your bags and you die both ways regardless, so it doesn't matter. Global central banks are cutting rates. World central banks cut interest rates 15 times in May, the fastest monthly pace this year. This also marks one of the largest waves of rate cuts this century. To put this into perspective, in March 2020 and December 2008, central banks conducted 50 and 29 rate cuts respectively. Last week, Europe cut rates for their 8th time this cycle. Meanwhile, the Fed continues to pause rate cuts as global banks cut. Uncertainty is shifting monetary policy. This one's awesome. We got Michigan congressman now running a Bitcoin miner on the floor of the House of Representatives. America embracing Bitcoin. Amazing. These little Bitax mini miners. He probably got paid by them. Let's be real, but I thought it was cool regardless. Coinbase seeks SEC approval to offer blockchain-based stocks. Very exciting. President Trump is currently in the White House Situation Room discussing the Iran-Israel war with his National Security Council team, according to Axios. European Union says trade talks with the U.S. are advancing. That's very nice. I like that everyone's like, we're really worried about this war, and the EU is like, well, we're doing really good with our trade talks with the United States. Everyone's like, shut up, EU. Let's see. Giovanni said silver is used more in robotics and GPU chips. I'm pretty sure. I feel like it will become more needed as we progress. I heard copper's going to do good too for some reason. I don't know. People have been talking about that stuff for forever. Silver and copper doing really good, and nothing's really changed. But silver getting up to 37 is huge. Next we got President Trump says, I have not reached out to Iran for peace talks in any way, shape, or form. If they want to talk, they know how to reach me. They should have taken the deal that was on the table. Foreign inflows to U.S. assets are re-accelerating. Foreign purchases of U.S. assets are on track to reach $138 billion in 2025, the second largest year on record, according to Bank of America. Since 2020, overseas investors have poured $547 billion into U.S. assets. The surge has been primarily driven by U.S. equity funds, which are on pace for $136 billion in net inflows this year, the second highest year after 2024. Since the beginning of 2020, foreigners' net inflows into U.S. equities alone have totaled $350 billion. After a brief pause, international buying of U.S. assets is back. Let's freaking go. Hopefully, they can buy our crypto as well. U.S. military deploys more fighter jets to the Middle East and extends deployments of warplanes. Let's go check out Bitcoin really quick. 104, 574, 584, even. Looking good. Chilling. Risk appetite is through the roof. ODTE options volume reflected 61% of total S&P 500 options volume on average in May, an all-time high. The share of these risky trading instruments as a percentage of total SPX volume has tripled since 2022. Last month, retail traders accounted for 54% of total S&P 500 ODTE volume, according to data from CBOE Global Markets. I thought that said Chode. I was like, what the fuck are Chode Global Markets? This was slightly below 57% average seen over the past year. Retail traders are driving risk appetite. Let's freaking go. President Trump says we now have complete and total control of the skies over Iran. This was 8 hours ago. This one was crazy out of nowhere. Iran had good sky trackers and other defensive equipment, and plenty of it, but it doesn't compare to American-made. I wonder if the Trump phone actually helped. Breaking, President Trump says he knows exactly where Supreme Leader of Iran is hiding, and he's an easy target. He says we're not going to take him out, at least for now. Our patience is wearing thin. This one also came out of nowhere. No one knows what the hell's going on, and Trump's just like, we could kill this bastard. And everyone's like, what the hell? Senate officially passes Genius Act crypto stablecoin bill. Funny how there's war in the Middle East. As soon as this shit gets passed, very cool. Thailand exempts crypto capital gains tax for 5 years. Who wants to move to Thailand with me? $100 million liquidated from the cryptocurrency market in the past 60 minutes. This was 8 hours ago. Wow. 98% chance Federal Reserve leaves interest rates unchanged tomorrow, according to Polymarket. Hopefully, Jerome Powell just cuts the damn rates so that I can get a fucking house. Treasury Secretary Bessent says crypto stablecoins can lower government borrowing costs and reduce national debt. A thriving stablecoin ecosystem will drive demand from the private sector for U.S. treasuries, which back stablecoins. This newfound demand could lower government borrowing costs and help rein in the national debt. Very cool. Tom Stokes said Korean corn dogs are the freaking best thing ever. That sounds amazing. I'm hungry right now. I've never heard of a Korean corn dog. $4 trillion JP Morgan meets with SEC crypto task force to discuss the impact of existing capital markets moving to public blockchains. Let's freaking go. Ladies and gentlemen, I do believe that we have reached the inflection point where cryptocurrency is being 150% adopted by the mainstream powers that be. It's very exciting. I'm excited. You should be excited. I'm waiting for my local government to call me and be like, JJ, we need your expertise. We need you to advise us on some crypto shit that we're planning on doing. We need you to advise us on paid parking on the blockchain or some stupid local municipal bullshit. What else do we got? Oil prices rise over 5% following reports U.S. is planning on joining the war against Iran. Damn. Crypto czar David Sachs says the Genius Act stablecoin bill enhances consumer protection and extends U.S. dollar dominance. Very cool. Cheese filled with frosted flakes on the outside and deep fried. Shut the fuck up. I'm about to have cereal for dinner. Iranian State TV, this one's crazy. Iranian State TV has said, tonight a great surprise will occur, one that the world will remember for centuries. What if they're straight up just like, we surrender, we're giving Iran to Israel, or some crazy shit? What if it's like a nice thing? Everyone's taking this as like some crazy thing. As an optimist, what if they're like, we surrender, we're going to give everybody money, and all the bad people are going to die. Real Meta Crypto said, hey, what's up, dog? What's going on, Real Meta Crypto? Tom Salkscoat is talking about food. Real Meta Crypto said, I have to switch accounts. I had to start another stream over again. It's my first stream rugged. Be right back. The Bitcoin historian said, breaking Ohio passes Bitcoin capital gains tax exemption on all purchases under $200, the first state in America. Game changer. So here's my thing. If I have a VPN and I set my VPN for Ohio and I buy all of my crypto, all my Bitcoin for $199 in Ohio, is that tax exempt? Mr. Roberts said, I think enough big institution buyers of Bitcoin get it now. It's going up for sure, but more importantly, they can move it enough at will. Fahid said, when Canada's castle law win. Kobayashi letter said, the U.S. is closing its embassy in Israel beginning tomorrow through Friday. That's a good idea. Brown News Alert, officials are reporting that President Donald Trump is set to deliver an urgent nationwide address soon. Hopefully, it's regarding crypto, and we just make a ton of money. Blockchain Brew said, I'm back. What's going on, Blockchain Brew? We got significant, this one was just funny, significant altcoins turning point coming soon. We got the chart, and then we got retail scared to touch the alt dip. It's so stupid. All right, and then last but not least, we got our portfolio update. Our 1K to 10K Grok portfolio is down $178. Not doing too bad. We got our Memecoin portfolio down $156, also not doing too bad. We got our narrative portfolio still in profit, $50.12, absolutely killing it. Look at this beautiful inverse head and shoulders played out perfectly. You can just see that in the chart. It looks so sick. It looks like the inverse Batman too. This portfolio is made up of one meme coin, one real world asset coin, one decentralized physical infrastructure coin, one artificial intelligence coin, and one gaming coin, and it is absolutely killing it. VeChain's down $22 and Mana's down $8. Fetch is up $11. Tau is up $22 and Pepe's up $45. This portfolio is a perfect example of what it means to time the market. We literally timed it perfectly to the point where threats of World War III, this portfolio is still in profit. And that was a complete accident. Bitcoin chilling 104.587 and 581 and 88 cents. Cheers, guys. Tom Sellerscoat said, no, I'm pretty sure you'd have to file in Ohio. That's stupid. But they want use tax if I buy anything in Ohio. They want use tax. Blockchain Bruce said, you're crushing it, bro. You guys are crushing it, too. I've been catching your guys' streams on Twitter every night, actually. I can't get my multi-stream to work on Twitter for some reason. It says that it's working, but it's not actually going, so I gotta figure it out. I'm on Kick right now, though. Which is exciting. Congratulations, Tom Sellerscope, once again on your victory. Enjoy your biscotti, your pistachio biscotti. Bitcoin dominance 64.78. It is down 0.01% since we last looked at it. Exciting stuff. Hopefully it dumps a lot and we get some relief soon. All right, let's see. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Bitcoin. Quiet. Blockchain Boost that I'm going to try to set up on TikTok. 50-50 on whether or not I want to allow TikTok. I've had some videos do really well. I haven't tried streaming at all. I'm kind of scared of it, if I'm being completely honest. I don't know how they handle crypto. ETH looks like it's trying at 0.41%. ADA is at 0.44%. What else do we got? HBAR is up 0.59. I gotta get rid of these drawings up here. I might have to put an air conditioner in my office. Ondo's up 1%. Anything else? Gas is up 0.5. Yeah, it's just quiet right now. Very, very quiet. Okay, let's ask Rock a question. If the U.S. joins Israel in the war against Iran, will the stock market and crypto market dump for a long period of time? This seems like such a specific question. Initial impact, immediate sell-off, oil prices, scope of conflict, sector. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, it's still going. I'll let that thing think for a minute. Mr. Roberts said, "Hello, Brew. I watched the video of you fellas. Good stuff. I enjoyed it." Yeah, man, it's quiet right now. Let's go look at the higher time frames. Actually, I want to look at total 3, and then I want to go back total 2 and total 1. So we got our fractal. 4 hours, very quiet. Let's go to the daily time frame. See, when you go to the daily, it doesn't look that bad. Oh, I want to extend this purple trend line. I like that. Trump just canceled his press briefing. Interesting. Look at that. I like that purple trend line extension. Maybe there's a peace deal. Peace deal? Peace deal. Total 2. Oh, that never happened. Uh-oh, total 2 actually looks like it has a head and shoulders going on. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. What would our target be? Oops. 1 trillion? Dang. I will say we're kind of in a descending broadening wedge, which is bullish. If that breaks out, then we should be pretty well off. Huh. See, the patterns on total market cap are so interesting to look at. And let's just go to total crypto market cap. 3.21 trillion, currently sitting above 3.2, looking good. Very sideways, very choppy. We did break below 3.2 in early June, June 5th. It was very quick, though. Since then, we've held above 3.2 very nicely. Blockchain Bruce said, I wonder if that's the one Dylan was at. I'm not sure who Dylan is. Mr. Roberts said, JJ, take a look at the BitX chart. It's boring, but so fun when Bitcoin drifts sideways. Volatility shares. 2x. Is this literally just like a 2x leveraged thing? It was oversold back here. I kind of see a inverse cup and handle. Oh, I also see inverse or a regular head and shoulders. I don't know if it counts if you break the neckline though. It might be invalidated if that's the case. The momentum wave is chilling towards the lower half, which is good. Yeah, the market is definitely quiet. I've been trying so hard to catch a trade for the stinking compound trading thing, compound trading challenge. I've been stuck at $100, like just above $100 since I got there. I did really good for like the first 4 or 5 days. I was like 10 or 15 days ahead, and then I just kind of got screwed. There's been zero momentum, and every time there is, I'm either at work or sleeping. Sol's been sideways. ETH has been very. Look at, oh my gosh, dude, ETH has been just like stuck at 2,900 for a month. It's been a month. Wow, that's crazy. Bitcoin dominance still 64.79. 104, 430 and 88 cents. Let's go check out Deck Screener, see what the memes are doing. See what our Sol memes are doing. I think that Pump Fun is still cracked right now on X. I think that their X account's still suspended. So here's our watch list. Oof. Okay, Dark Magician Girl's up 191%. Good for them. Everything else is red. Super duper red. An ocean of red. Dude, I got so shafted on Bigfoot. I'm so upset about this. I'm gonna hold it though. I'm gonna just wait. I think that'll make it a comeback. Because the memes are freaking hilarious. Alright, here we go. Finally, conclusion. A US-Iran conflict would likely cause an initial sharp dump in both stocks and crypto markets, driven by risk-off sentiment and oil prices spike. A prolonged dump, lasting months if possible, is possible if the conflict disrupts global oil supplies, fuels inflation, or delays Fed rate cuts, but historical data suggests markets often recover quickly if conflict remains contained and economic impacts are limited. Crypto faces greater downside risk than stocks due to sensitivity to liquidity and lack of safe haven status. Monitor oil prices, Fed policy, and diplomatic developments for clues on duration. For real-time updates, markets will react to news on X and financial outlets, but treat such sources cautiously as they may reflect sentiment rather than facts. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, "Sucks, lost all of our gains from yesterday." Yeah, that happens, man. They trapped some bulls. Let's actually update our liquidation heat map and see where we're at. Ooh, okay. Uh-oh. we got some horny bulls down here at 103, 243. Uh-oh. That's a big one too. Jeez. What is that? 152 million? See, they took out this one earlier, 154. So this one just happened since I started at least my first stream, which is an hour and 10 minutes ago. Dang. Okay. So our top should be 106,671. Nope. Okay, 106,671. 106,671. There we go. And then our bottom up here should be 105,395. And then we got that one, and then there's this one, which is, yep. I'm going to go right here, 102,206. Okay. Blockchain Bruce said SPX 6900 looks like a double top on the monthly. Let's go take a look. That's one of Murad's like coins that he worships. Oh yeah. Yeah, that especially those long wicks, people are selling. If this closes like this and then turns red, does not bode well. RSI is oversold still too. It is a $1 billion market cap, so man. Cupsy looks kind of cute. I'm so bad at Sol memes for some reason. I'm so awful at Solana memes. I did good with Harambe. Shrink the time frame down too. What do you mean? Oh, maybe the daily. You got a double top back here. So I would suspect maybe this to do the same thing unless it just continues down from here. We got 16 days left in the month. It's so crazy, dude. This month's going by so fast. I will say, the bull market happening in the summer, it's seeming less and less likely because it historically never has. It's always been like a fall thing. When the months start to get colder, the bull market usually starts to happen. Let's actually go back. Go back on total 3. So we got January through April, May, and then June, July, August all suck. Actually, August starts to turn super green. So maybe that's what's going to happen. I'm still, my brain wants to go back to this time cycle thing. Because it just makes more sense to me than, oh, we're going to go into an infinite bear market because of a war in the Middle East that we've been dealing with for like 400 years. I don't think it's going to affect the market that much. Even Gronk said so. You know, like historically, the data is not there to support anything affecting the market for a prolonged period of time. None of it makes sense. So my argument would be if anything gets really spicy within the short period of time, we're going to see a sell-off and then a recovery, and then the market continues the way that it's supposed to continue, which, if the conflict ends, is going to push us even higher. Let me see, actually, I had one, I don't know if I shared it yesterday. It was really good, though, on X specifically. Give me a second. Let me scroll. Bear with me. I'll let you guys what's about the Bitcoin chart while I do this junk. Congratulations, Tom Selleck once again on your victory. Okay. Yeah, okay. My bad. I didn't go back far enough. This is the one, though. Okay, ready? Brace yourselves. There is no World War III. Rates get cut. Debt ceiling is raised. Income tax gets abolished. Whatever GCR tweets Supercycle. Fartcoin flips Solana. Everybody gets priced out of Bitcoin. ETH revenge trades to 10K. MetaMask, OpenSea, Phantom, Pump Fund, and Abstract all airdrop us tokens. We made it. Somebody said, who's GCR? This guy said, man. I don't know who GCR is either. But yeah, this tweet was sick. And then we got Mr. Bold. I don't feel so good. Because Pump One got banned on X. That one was crazy. Oh boy. And then I think that was it. National Security Council assembling, blah blah blah. Yeah. Yep. Maybe I did share that yesterday, I don't remember. Alright, folks. Market's pretty quiet. Bitcoin does look like it wants to turn green though. Pretty exciting. Exciting stuff. I think my my laptop might have just quit. What's going on here? 104, 746, and 92 cents. Looking good. Make sure you guys smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for being here. Oh, it did. Great. I could have been making trades this whole damn time. 104, 774. Mr. Roberts said, gotta bounce. Peace out, y'all. I think I'm going to take off too. Appreciate you, Mr. Roberts. Take it easy. Happy Tuesday. Folks, I don't know. It looks like the market's getting pretty spicy now. Looks like it wants to go up, but I'm going to save it. I'm going to go eat some cereal. As always, if Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. I appreciate you guys for joining me. Happy Tuesday. Smash the like button on your way out, and good night.